Come on now, come on now, let's go. On the ball.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a time. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, that's tough right there. Asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a give. This is Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a run with Cook. Cook able to escape. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run with Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Play action. They'll throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Cook with a 1st down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
82.
Wentz now to throw. Able to shake him off. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
81, 81.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Wentz. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mike Bennett in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Got him. Go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now it's a Giant, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
Come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. You have to figure with a rookie quarterback out there, you have to live with some of these mistakes, except they're going to happen. This one, though, that hurts. You're losing in this game.
And that's what you tell him. You know, that's what you drill on in practice. That's what you work on throughout time. Look, take care of the football, and then we'll let your talents come out. Don't try and force things, and then we end up with big plays like that end up hurting us.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll throw now on the final play. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back.
The big fella, wide open receiver complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
81.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Gonna let it fly for Root. And got his man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
82, 82.
They go play action here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Wentz going to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now out comes Minnesota. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, Latavius Murray past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Leopard! Detroit!
Cook following the penalty. Oh, look at that. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Completes it to Ajayi. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go. 81.
Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle, and he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Wentz gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They find some open field here. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Wentz now on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Great 15.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Great. We got 3. Flag, come on. There we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Let's go. Great.
They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Run. Here we go. Waiting. Right there. 54 right. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On second down, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14. On first down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. It's a foot race. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Eagles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.